Greetings YouTube. Today I have a bunch of questions I found on Tumblr, and I have a meowing cat to go along with these questions apparently. So I thought I'd answer them just because I feel like it. Number one, what eye color do you find sexiest? Probably like an ice blue. Two, white milk or dark chocolate mocha? I like dark chocolate milk, but I can't drink milk, so don't drink milk. But when I did drink milk, I prefer chocolate. If you could get a Sharpie tattoo on your back, what would it be? I'm not really sure what a Sharpie tattoo is, but how about a sundial? Something black practical. 4. Did you grow up in a small or big town? A relatively small town, like my city's got like 125,000 people in it or something like that. 5. Your favorite adult as a child? That's a real hard one. That's gonna be a neck and neck race between my Uncle George and my grandmother Hilda. They were two really exceptional human beings, and I miss them both. 6. What kind of smoothie sounds really good right about now? Pineapple mango, which is my favorite. Most embarrassing moment from your elementary school years? I'm going to be honest with you. These next 3 questions are all about embarrassing moments, and I'm not good at that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, we all had humiliating moments in our lives, but why dwell on them like that? Sure, I had some, but I don't see the purpose in reliving them, so I'm just gonna skip those. 10. Pirates or ninjas, and why? Ninjas, because they don't have scurvy, nor do they get eaten by sharks. 11. Have you ever climbed to a tree more than 20 feet off the ground? No, not much of a climber. I also have a distinct aversion to sudden deceleration syndrome. 12. Do you like swings as a child? Do you still get excited when you see a swing set? I'm never really a big swinger as a kid. I preferred those spinny things. They were like carousels. They had a central shaft and like seats on them, and you moved them with your feet. We used to get one of those things that we had at the park when I was a kid. We get the thing moving so fast, it was blinding. It was great. 13. If you could have any pet in the world, illegal or not, what would you get? See, I'm a practical person, and taking care of cool exotic pets is a lot of work and very expensive. So I would say a couple of female rats, because I would like to have rats, but I have cats, so that's not something that's going to happen right now. What's your most favorite part of your body? Where are my hands? I'm fond of my hands. 15. What's your most favorite part of your personality? I always, the first thing that pops into my head is my thirst for knowledge. But I would like to maybe think that my compassion. Who knows? 16. Madonna or Lady Gaga? Neither, both. Who cares? I have a respect for both of them as artists, and I wish them well as human beings. Other than that, I don't really have any interest in these people. Have you ever watched the Super Bowl all the way through? No! Have you ever watched any major sporting event drunk? No! I've never watched any major sporting event pretty much ever. My ex-wife used to watch NASCAR, and I'd be in the same room, but that's about as close as I got. What's the most delicious food you've ever eaten in your life? Dude, that's a tough one, because different foods are profoundly separate experiences. So you could say, what's your favorite sushi? And it would say it would be a piece of inari I had at no, not inari, eel. What's the eel called? Unagi. At a restaurant in Bedford, New Hampshire. It was beautiful. And then there was a donut I had once, because it was a fresh donut and I was walking home in the mist, and it was a wonderful experience. So that's going to be different experiences, so I can't say that as one ultimate. They're all wonderful in their own way. 20. Margarine or butter? Which do you grow up with? I grew up with both, but we use butter now just because we don't use much of it, and it tastes better. 21. Whole, skim, 1%, 2% milk. Do you Do you know they make 1.5% milk? I did not know they make 1.5% milk, but I don't drink milk, so there you go. So I am indifferent to that. Though the best milk I ever had was raw milk. 22. What continents have you been on? North America. 23. Do you get motion sickness? Any horror stories? No horror stories because I do not get motion sickness. My wife gets horrible motion sickness. She can't even watch the roller coasters on movies and televisions. Backpacks or satchels? Well, I carry my daily stuff in a side bag, so maybe satchels, though I have a big fondness for backpacks, and we own numerous backpacks and satchels. 25. Would you wear a rainbow jacket, a neon yellow sweater, a checkered pants? I am hoping not all at the same time, but I have nothing against these things. I don't think I look good in neon yellow. Checkered pants would have to be something special, like good wool, probably. I would have no problem with the rainbow jacket. I used to wear a jacket with a rainbow patch on the shoulder. So, what was your favorite? I used to wear rainbow suspenders at one time. What was your favorite cartoon growing up? Thunder the Barbarian. If you had to have a cow or a pig, which would you take and why? A pig, much easier to take care of. 28. If you had to look at one city skyline for the rest of your life, which would it be? The one I'm in. I don't plan on going anywhere. Longest plane ride you've ever been on? 3 or 4 hours, I think. It wasn't very long. 3 hours, maybe. The latest you've ever slept? Well, I have a very strange sleep schedule, but I think the longest I ever slept for a duration was like 14 hours. Would you buy a sweater covered in kitten pictures? Would you wear it if someone gave it to you for free? Well, if it was a nice sweater, yes. Like the quality of the sweater is important to me. It has to be wool or cashmere, and it has to be something that I need in my wardrobe. So if it fits those categories, I wear it. Do you pick scabs? I have been known to pick scabs. Yes, I think everyone picks scabs, quite frankly, with the rare exception. Favorite kind of bean? Kidney, black, pinto? I'd probably go with black. We eat black beans every week. Though I'm fond of my father's baked beans, and he uses a collection of different beans. It's not just one bean in his baked beans. It's like 2 or 3 different kinds. How far can you throw a baseball? I have no idea, but not far. If you had to move to another country, where would you move? I would probably pick Canada because it's close and it's better in many ways. Have you ever eaten Ethiopian food? Vietnamese, Korean, Nepalese? How was it? I've never had Ethiopian or no, I had Vietnamese. It was okay. Korean, I've had Korean numerous times. I quite like it. And Nepalese, no. 37. Small liberal arts school or public university, and why? Since I don't believe in going to debt for your education, neither. 38. A relationship with love or one with sex? With love. That's way more important. 39. Do you eat enough vegetables? Yes, I do, actually. I do eat enough vegetables. Do you like horror movies? How about thrillers? I'm not a big horror movie fan. Thrillers are okay. It's not my thing, I guess. I don't know. I go after films like genres like I like a lot of science fiction. I like a lot of fantasy, but not all science fiction and not all fantasy. So, you know, I'm picky, I guess. Would you scratch a crotch itch in public? I would do so very discreetly. I guess I'm fortunate that my crotch doesn't itch very often. Do you swear in front of your parents? I make a concerted effort not to swear at all, but if I do swear, to make sure it counts. And if my parents happen to be present, well, fuck them. Coolest thing you've ever been for Halloween? Coolest thing? That's a hard one. I've been death. I've been an executioner. I'm going to be a post-apocalyptic warrior next Halloween. I've been a headless horseman. I've been a mummy. I've been many things. And I enjoyed all of them for different reasons. I don't know which one was coolest. If you could change your natural hair color, would you to what? Well, I guess my beard color. I think I would look pretty good if it were a really good silver Not gray, but a really good silver. That would be nice. 45. Do you want to get married, have kids? I do want to get married. In fact, I am married. I don't want children. Ever. Do you use reusable water bottle? If so, if not, you should. City or nature person? Well, I appreciate nature. I live in a city and I'm okay with that. I like my internet connection. 48. Have you ever used something other than makeup as makeup, like paint markers? No, I haven't done that. I've used makeup in my life, but never substituted something else for makeup. Do you walk well in heels even if you're a guy? No, I've never tried it, but I suffer from neuropathy and I have a hard time walking on flat surfaces in flat shoes. I've been known to fall down on flat surfaces because I wasn't paying attention where I put my feet. So high heels would be a challenge for me. I also have no desire to do it. And 50. Post 5 awesome things about yourself. Brag away. Brag away. Let's see now. I'm relatively smart. I am relatively well read. I'd like to think that I'm relatively compassionate, and I'm working on that. I like to think that I'm fairly self-aware, which is important. Though I need to peel back more layers of my own privilege and ignorance to satisfy myself. And at one time I was a pretty solid sketcher of weapons. I really was. And apparently I'm pretty decent when it comes to as a pet cohabitator. I can't really consider myself a pet owner because, let's face it, we don't own these beings. They live with us. And a lot of the time it's a mutual process of tolerance. So there you go, folks. Just some random question because I felt like it. I like these things. I'm not sure why I like these things. It jogs things, I guess. That's why I've used those random question thing, which I've got some over there. I should do some more of those at some point. Just because it, comes up with ideas that you hadn't thought of, and that's always good. Though I've got lots of video ideas, plenty. I have so many tech gear things already in the can. I could post one a week for the next year, and I wouldn't run out. That's just me. So there you go, folks. Answers to random questions you probably didn't have any interest in, but you might have. And if anyone would like to answer them themselves or has any questions about specific things I said, feel free to ask. I like these things, and I find them entertaining, and if you would like to do a video response, or what we have now is a video response, feel free.